That's where it's coming out. That's where you're losing it.
And I wonder how I do that.
Oh, it could be vibration. That thing is old. See all this stuff, that brown stuff on the seal, water coming out of it? That water sort of bubbling right there.
Man. So if it got a hole in the radiator, I'm gonna need to get another one.
You got to get a hold of it.
And so with this bubbling like this, eventually it's gonna all of it gonna come out.
I bet you're gonna see how quick it's gonna come out at night. When you put this on there, it might come out pretty quick. You see, like I said, you fill it up.
It's coming out.
It is. It ain't that big of a hole, but it's a hole.
Man.
See that? Now, if you driving it and that get real hot and that get that pressure on there, it'll just continuously leak out. And then, like I said, you may be able to make it from here back to work, which you probably could come back, but then tomorrow you have to go back and put some more in there. That's where it's coming out. That's where you're losing it.
And I wonder how I do that.
Oh, it could be vibration. That thing is old. See all this stuff, that brown stuff on the seal, water coming out of it? That water sort of bubbling right there.
Man. So if it got a hole in the radiator, I'm gonna need to get another one.
You got to get a hold of it.
And so with this bubbling like this, eventually it's gonna all of it gonna come out.
I bet you're gonna see how quick it's gonna come out at night. When you put this on there, it might come out pretty quick. You see, like I said, you fill it up.
It's coming out.
It is. It ain't that big of a hole, but it's a hole.
Man.
See that? Now, if you driving it and that get real hot and that get that pressure on there, it'll just continuously leak out. And then, like I said, you may be able to make it from here back to work, which you probably could come back, but then tomorrow you have to go back and put some more in there. Good. That's not good. You ain't got no water in your oil, so that's good. It's not like a head gasket.
So why you think that water
doing that? When you let it run hot a while ago, it could have popped something. It could have blew this little, I don't know. Let's take this off of this.
That shit leaking all up through there. What to do, gang, man? It's your boy Trey Sal. We running into some problems, man. I just recently found out that my radiator got a hole in it. Gotta get a new radiator, and it got a leak coming from somewhere up here. And it got a leak. Got a leak coming from somewhere right here. I don't know if it's the head gasket or what, but it's coming from this little piece right here.
I think I got a way we can fix it.
This little pole. It's leaking water. But definitely need a radiator for sure. Boy, I tell you, these old schools, boy, they always have all the problems in the world. Yeah, man.
And then run us a rubber hose all the way back to there.
So
Or just put a little piece of a rubber. Or we could take this here and just like cut a piece out, right? Cut that hole out and put us a little piece of rubber.
Nah, we're gonna have to find a long rubber part to run it all the way through there, right?
Yeah, we would have to. No, it wouldn't have to be that long. It wouldn't have to be that long.
So you think it's that? You don't think it's that? You don't,
Oh, no,
you don't think it's a head gasket though?
Oh no, it's not a head gasket. I'm glad it's not, cause I can see the water coming out of it.
When I had cut it on, you could see it.
Yeah,
so it's leaking from there and it's leaking from the radiator. You got
right.
both of them at the same time.
Both of them got
but most of it coming from there.
Right. Now, it could be that this been like this for a long time.
Right.
Okay. And it's been taking a while for it to, go down. But the way that's running out, you could probably drive it, but just have to keep water in it. It ain't gonna like dump all the water out between here and your job.
Yeah.
But then you don't wanna with that. Is that hitting on something?
All right, this is where the leak was coming from, somewhere up in here, man. This little pipe right here, this is what's leaking. This right here. It'll leak all the way through there. I ain't know a bracket come on now. I know it was clamped to a bracket, little screw bracket.
I ain't set that one right there. That one goes right down. And then we can slide this up and over this. That must be like an overflow plug or something.
But that's the plug right there, though.
Yeah, that's it. No.
And why it look like that? Look how it look right here.
What?
It's all
Clogged up.
bent up.
Yeah, but there's a little water coming out of it.
Now look, if we cut it on right now, water gonna come out of that.
Let's go see. Cut it on. Let's see.
Just to see. Boy, I tell you, YouTube, boy, if you ain't prepared, man, these old schools always be having problems, boy. If you not built for this, do not get into this. Go buy you something off the lot. If you ain't built for this, don't get in this old school shit, boy. What you seen?
I So the water coming out, it's going back in that way. So it's coming from somewhere. Now what we need to do, now is...
Now you said we're gonna have to get a rubber tube or something. We're gonna have to go buy that.
This is what we're gonna do.
I don't think you got that.
No, this is what we're gonna do. I got it. I'm gonna cut this right here.
With a saw?
Yeah, I'm gonna cut it with a saw. Cut it with something. Cut it right there. And then I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut that right there. And then we're gonna take it and just put a little jumper between there. And then we're gonna put it back on.
Just like that.
Yeah.
It'll probably make it flow better.
Yeah, well, at least it'll stop that hole. We cutting that hole out of it.
But yeah, so right now, we fixing a leak right there. That I don't know what that is, but it's a leak right there from that pipe. And I got to get a whole brand new radiator because I got a hole in it, bitch. If y'all can see it. So I was leaving work. I turned out of work and got on the boulevard, and that bitch just started running hot. Now that's a tough cut right there. You need some gloves. It's going in there, but that's a tough cut.
Yeah. If I could get it up over that, I could bring it on up a little further. What is this going to? Oh, okay, I might be able to get it up over there. Let's see. Now this going. That's like a pipe too. That's a little pipe.
Everything's so tight, ain't it?
Yeah. Sort of tight up in there. See, somebody got this here. See, they got that on there.
Man, they read a lot of stuff.
I ain't worried about that. Let's get this.
You think that's tough enough what you got to cut it with?
If we get started, it's just that I gotta get my...
It looked like it's getting started though.
Oh, it's getting started. Put this back down.
It's getting started. Cut right through it, man.
It did pretty good.
That shocked me. I ain't think it was gonna do that.
See that? Had a pinhole right there. What
Oh, let me see that.
See that little pinhole?
Dang.
So what we gonna do? We're gonna take this to the we're gonna take this to the
I don't even know what that part called.
I don't either really, but it's got water in it, so it's going down there and cooling some. It might be something to do with your heater core. I'm not sure, but we'll look all that up after we get there. But see, that's where it was coming out. That's a pinhole. That ain't that big.
But it's enough to cause a leak though.
Yeah.
It's crazy that small of a hole can cause a leakage, a lot of leakage like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. What we'll do now is we will go and get us a little piece of rubber hose like this. All right. We'll come back. We'll clean this up. We'll take it. We'll get us a couple of clamps. We'll take it. We'll cut this off right here. We'll take the rubber hose and stick it up on here. Put a clamp right there. And then we'll take the other end of the rubber hose and put it up on this and clamp that down. So we done bypassed the hole. Now, if I had, let's see, if I used to have one of them things, I could solder this.
You sure?
Oh yeah, I could stop that up with my hand. But I done cut it now, so it ain't gonna matter.
Yeah, man, so this is the piece right here. I don't know what this is, but this is the piece. And this is the pinhole that you can see. Pinhole right there. So
That's sort of broke on that end too. See, you got a little hole in it on that end up there, up near the.
oh yeah, that's what I was just. That's the hole I thought you was talking about right here at the top. But they got a hole down here at the bottom too.
Yep.
I wish I knew what this was. It looked like it's some type of line or something.
There's a line going to somewhere. It's taking water somewhere. And I'm trying to think of where could it take water to down in there. Only thing I can think of it take water to is through the heater core. All right, what do you normally do your shopping in? I'm gonna leave this out here.
All right, so we went and got the rubber hose, some clamps to fix the leak. Got the rubber hose and the clamps, man. It's gonna fix this leak right here. So, but yeah, man, I just ordered another radiator for the Caprice for $135. So it's gonna be down till I put this, so I put a new one in. They say it ain't gonna be here till like Wednesday, so it'll be here in 3 days. But you know the car I'm gonna let the car be down till I put the radiator in. So stay tuned for that. Attach the rubber. This piece going to that piece. And they gotta cut this in. That's tighten it.
No, that's loosen it.
Okay. But yeah, we're gonna have to end up cutting a piece of this to line it up. Leak did you have? Okay, this is right here. This lining right here. This what the leak was. This pipe right here was the leak. This pipe had the pinhole. So we cut it and took the rubber hose and plugged it up. This thing right here where the leak was coming from. Plugged it up. All right, YouTube. So we fixed the leak on the whatever tube that was up there. I think it was a tube coming from the heater core. So it had a pinhole in it. We fixed it. We plugged it back in with rubber. We plugged it up, got that thing fixed, and so we do need a new radiator. I ordered the radiator, and it'll be here in the next 3 days. So, with that being said, next video, we're gonna break everything down and take the old radiator out. And when the new radiator come in, we'll have everything already ready. So it's gonna be down for probably about a couple days, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll be back putting a new radiator in. So y'all stay tuned for that. Everybody that subscribe to the channel, I appreciate y'all. I thank you. You know, I'm showing y'all the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? When I got problems with my car, I'ma share it. Well, I got problems with this, problem with that. I'm gonna go through it with y'all, because everything ain't sweet by these cars. Everything ain't sweet, boy. I'm telling you. You can be riding good today and ride good all for 6 months. Tomorrow, your shit can just break down. So, with that being said, man, it really was like a little update video of telling y'all what's going on with the car. And I fixed a leak in the process. It was 2 major leaks that we found today. The pinhole in the radiator and the pinhole in the tube up there by the head gasket. So we fixed the tube by the head gasket. Now we just gotta get a new radiator. So those 2 major holes was causing my car to run hot. And so, like I said, the day before that, and the day before that, and the week before that, and the months before that, it was not running hot. So whenever your car want to mess up, it's gonna mess up. So with that being said, this your boy Trey Sal TV. I'm gonna tap back in with y'all on the next video when we break everything down. Sure.